Hello everyone, this is Mike Tutor here, and in this video I am going to talk about whether or not Cantonese, the language Cantonese, have official certifications. And to people who don't have time to watch the entire video, I will give you a short answer. And the short answer is no. And you can actually stop this video now if you're not interested in listening to the rest of the story. However, though, for the long answer, there are no official certificates of any use. So meaning that if you are looking for a job in Hong Kong or a job that requires speaking Cantonese and reading Cantonese, well, you don't call reading Cantonese, you call reading in Chinese and writing in Chinese. None of these certificates would help. So if you're trying to get a job using these certifications, don't even worry about it. However, though, some of the certificates that I'm going to go over with you in this video may be actually of some good for you to benchmark yourself and how much that you accomplish in learning the language. So it's something actually for yourself, not for giving to an employer. So if you're just using that to show it to an employer, forget about it. It's mostly with employers, you mostly would just need to just talk with them in Cantonese and they could just assess through talking. So, but if you actually want to benchmark how well you're doing, read on. So the first test that I'm going to talk about is something called the COPA. And COPA stands for Computerized Oral Proficiency Assessment. It is an adaptation of the Chinese speaking test, codenamed CST, developed by the Center for Applied Linguistics in the United States. The examinee hears the test instructions and questions in their mother tongue, and you get a choice of English, Japanese, or Korean from a master tape, and then responds in the foreign language he or she is learning. And you get to choose either the Cantonese, in which this is what this channel is based on, or Putonghua, or what we call it, the Mandarin. The test or the assessment is 30 to 45 minutes long, and once you complete it, a proficiency certificate with the level of proficiency, well, your proficiency, will be issued. So the application fee is 100 Hong Kong dollars, and the examination fee is 800 Hong Kong dollars. So you need to actually fork out a total of 900 Hong Kong dollars. So now the other one is from HKUSPACE. And what HKUSPACE is, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you probably know, this is the Hong Kong University Continuing Education Department, where non-degree, like you could actually earn degrees for HKUSPACE, but these are actually for non-traditional students. So it's just a continuing education branch, and most of these are happening either in the evenings or in the weekends. And what they offer are actual official courses in which in the end they do have completion certificates, or so they claim. So I'm not too sure when you're taking it would they still have these, so be aware. But you could but if you finish it, you could always claim that you completed these courses through HKUSPACE. And I mean HKU, Hong Kong University, is pretty well known, especially within Hong Kong. So the they offer two courses for Cantonese speaking, for learning Cantonese. The first one being Introductory Cantonese, and for non-Chinese speakers, and Intermediate Cantonese for non-Chinese speakers. Now the last two, what it is, in Cantonese, it's actually called 廣東話速成班, and it's split between 初班, which is beginner, and 中班, which is intermediate. Now you might wonder why these are actually written in Chinese. Well, these are the word 速成班 means fast track course, and I believe that these are actually for people who already know Chinese, most likely speaking Mandarin already. So if you are an English speaker, or that you speak other languages other than Chinese, well, Mandarin in this case, I don't think you have the right level to tackle these courses. So if you actually want to fork out money to attend HKUSPACE course, and if you don't speak Chinese, you should just go for the English ones. Now that being said, I do find it a bit expensive. So for English speaker ones, you're looking at 6,700 HK dollars per course. And for the fast track Chinese one, you are talking about 2,300 HK dollars. And there are many better methods to learn the language than traditional coursework. But if you have enough money to spare, by all means, I would think this is a very good experience nonetheless. Another one, it's we're getting more and more so away from Cantonese now. As I said, there's very little stuff for Cantonese. So this is the HSK Proficiency Test, and it is actually rather well known. It has 6 levels for you to tackle, and there are a lot of online courses that you could join to learn how to tackle these proficiency tests. Now, these tests are actually aimed for testing your capabilities in Mandarin, not Cantonese. So in this case, you could use it to benchmark your Chinese reading and writing capability for Cantonese, but otherwise, this is more for Mandarin than Cantonese.